So today I want to talk about how to connect with, how to communicate with, and how to connect with, like spiritually connect with someone at a different level of consciousness than you. And in this case, I'm going to talk about how to connect with someone that's at a lower level of consciousness than you. Because if you've been on a spiritual path and you've had a spiritual practice, you've been meditating, you've been doing ceremony, you've been doing various things, what happens is your level of consciousness expands. And what I mean by that is you become aware of more of life. Your world gets bigger. You realize that there's more to yourself, there's more to life, there's more to other people than you thought before. So your level of consciousness expands. And so this is, for the most part, a really good thing. You get to experience more of life. You get to feel more of life. You get to explore more of life. You get to understand. And the challenge is most people in our culture, this is my truth anyway, is their level of consciousness is likely not expanding as rapidly as yours is. Or it may be expanding very slow, or it may not be expanding at all. There are certain cases where it can be shrinking, but we won't get into that. But what it means is that many of the people you interact with will be at a lower level of consciousness. They'll be less aware of things than you are. And yet, you may work with them. They may be family members. They may be friends. You know, I'm sure all of you have a friend where you did all this spiritual work and they didn't, and now it feels like you live in different worlds. Well, that's mostly because you do live in different worlds. The world feels and seems and appears very differently to them than it does you. And yet you still love them and you want to connect with them and you want to be close to them. So what to do? And that's what I want to talk about. So the challenge is with someone at a lower level of consciousness, they can only comprehend as far as their consciousness goes. So what you're saying and being and expressing at a higher level of consciousness, anything beyond their level of consciousness, they cannot comprehend. All they're left with is, I've talked about this before, all they can really do is take what you're saying and kind of put it in a box that exists in their level of consciousness. Now, it ends up being a very different thing because they might understand it in kind of a concrete, maybe you're talking about a paradox or a dichotomy, or how something can be black and white at the same time, or, so they're not going to understand and really sense what you mean. They're going to put it in a box. And so that now you're talking about, they're not following you. And this is very painful because some of these people, it can be your parents, it can be your children, it can even be significant other, it can be your siblings, it can be your best friend from high school or from college, or it can be a lot people that you really love and want to connect with. The challenge is they are likely not able to see you as you are. In other words, it'll feel like they don't get you. Isn't one of the expressions I hear a lot in my sessions. They just don't get me. And usually it's true. They don't get you. And the thing I like to clarify with this, it's not just that they're being difficult or have an attitude. It's usually that they don't have the ability to get you. They can't comprehend you. They're not even, they may be trying to get you, but they're not able to. So, and we may have a need often, if it's a parent or sibling or child or, good friend or significant other or whoever else, we may need them to get us. Okay? And this gets in the way because we get hurt and we keep trying to explain it and approach it in different ways. And we figure if we could just lay it out in just the right way, maybe they would get us, And then often we have necessary loss where our own parents didn't get us, and so we're needing them to get us now, or we're needing someone that we're projecting our parents onto to get us now. And so we end up with this wound. It's like, oh my God, they're just my own best friend can't understand, what the hell I'm saying. And it can be very painful. And yet, being aware of this also is the key to connecting with them. If you can let go of them getting you and them seeing you as you are, and them understanding you or agreeing with you, it's a little sad because you may not be able to share all of yourself with them. Okay? The good news is there are people that can get you. They just aren't your family member or your best friend. So you do have people you can go share with somebody else. You can come to the sharing circle next week, and I guarantee there'll be people there that can get you, but it won't be this special person that's a family member or dear friend. And so if you're able to just accept that that parts of you they will get and other parts they will not, then you can just share yourself, and you can share yourself in a way that makes sense to them. And what happens is they sense our energy, okay, and they sense our vibration and our love, okay. If we're not getting hurt that they don't get us, we can connect with them, and they may only be able to comprehend certain things, but even the things that go beyond what they can comprehend, they get this amazing feeling of love and vibration because we bring them into our energy field and they feel really good and so some of the stuff, and they'll probably label you and put you in a box. It's like, oh, Mike, he's really a little weird, or he's pretty woo-woo, or he believes in this or that, and and that if you can just, okay, yeah, sure, that may be true, but I still want to hang out with you. I still care about you. I still love you, and let's connect. Let's watch and let's do something that we both enjoy. And then what happens is there can be a connection. In fact, my teacher once told me that you can connect with anyone, and they don't need to be aware of the connection for you to connect with them. So you can connect with them, okay, and then invite them to connect with you to the extent that they're able to, and they can connect with you fully even if they can't comprehend you fully. And then you can have the love and the connection and the richness that's there. You just have to realize that there are some parts of you, okay, that they may not be able to comprehend. And that can be sad, and it may need to be grieved, okay? But if you stay with it and continue to share yourself in a way that's not threatening to them, you can have this wonderful connection and you can share the love. And then it is up, and you do need to, by the way, to find people that can comprehend you, and that they're at a similar level of consciousness or similar vibration is another way to say it. And they do know, they can get you, and they do know they can comprehend what the heck you're saying. And then that is something to do. And then what happens is when you hang out with them and they get you and they do comprehend you and they can celebrate your new spiritual awakening or your new truth or, your new experience that you've had and your new understanding, you can celebrate that with them. And because that got celebrated with them, even if they're not your family member or significant other, they can get that and they can celebrate that in you, then you're going to have less of a need for the family member or friend to get you and be able to comprehend you. Because you said, it's like, well, this person can get me, they celebrated it, and now I'm sharing with this, and they can't, and my coworker can't, and my boss can't. And that's fine, because I know there are people that can, and I go there to share that with them, but then I can still connect with anyone that I want to and experience the love and richness. So that is my video blog for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and maybe just think about how you can connect with the people that you love and care about, even if they're at a lower level of consciousness than you are. And how can you just connect with them and enjoy the connection, and it can be okay if they aren't always seeing you as you are or comprehending all of you. And I will see you in a week.